Launched as of right now, but good morning, every folks, and welcome to one of these things. So yeah, I don't know. For some reason lately, I've been feeling like some DS2. I used to do a whole bunch of different runs for this one years ago, and then for some reason yesterday was having a bit of a bummer day, and I was like, you know what? I kind of miss my bummer day game, which was always DS2. Like personally, I've played the whole rest of the series and everything else. I don't know. I just always like 2, which is immediately probably everyone's gonna leave just for that. But yeah, I don't know. This one in particular just always kind of did it for me. And I think it's just I don't know, just kind of how weirdly dreamlike the entire dang thing is. So okay, what I'm doing today, if you've never tried it before, there's 2 items that you can get. The 2 illusory rings. Again, you get one for beating the entire thing deathless, and then another for beating the entire thing without ever using a bonfire or resting or leveling up or any of that. So basically, I've done each other one. I've never done both at once. And it sounds like a fun time, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'll select class and gift. Well, I already selected class, Win Explorer. So as far as classes go here, they've all got different stuff going on. I kind of feel like more so than the rest of the series for the most part. So for example, you got your one guy that starts here with a shield. You got your knight that starts off with arguably one of the better weapons and better armors. Swordsman starts off with upgraded swords, so +1s take a little minute to get to. You got Bandit here, comes in with a bow. Got Cleric that comes in with healing and a mace, which is arguably the best weapon in the game. You got the Sorcerer with their magic-y stuff. Explorer just has a whole array of different items. Personally, they're my favorite. It's funny because they actually come in with some ammo too, just to kind of give them an extra pouch. So anytime you equip ammo, it ends up sitting on your character. Apparently, they just felt like, yeah, they needed to carry an extra pouch, so they've got some bolts with them. But yeah, they come in with the highest adaptability, so since we're... Oh yeah, and then you can just come in completely naked. So basically, if you're running a thing like this, generally what it comes down to is Warrior, if you want to have the most weapon options. Knight, if you want to... well, if you want to have the best initial in just general defense across the board. Swordsman, if you want to have the best offense to start off with. Bandit, if you really want a bow at the start. I'm not sure why you'd really want to start with Bandit for this kind of run. Cleric, if you just feel like you don't want that run to last more than 10 minutes. Sorcerer, if you like to shoot lasers. Explorer, if you like to use dodge rolls. And Deprived, if... I kind of feel like starting this one as a Deprived, actually. Yeah, screw it, we'll just do Deprived. Why not? And so as far as starting gifts, see, this is one of those things, like, I was watching a video the other day that kind of got me thinking back on the whole, like, which Souls game is the best thing, and it's just, I don't know, in terms of options, there's never really a solid, like, perfect option for any particular run, I feel, for this particular kind of run. It's just, in general, the entire game feels like it wasn't meant to be balanced, because, well, the entire thing is, again, just kind of like a weird, trippy dream, all things considered. Hi there, Mr. Cow. Good morning. But anyway, so, yeah, as far as different options, you got Petrified Something, that lets you trade for some upgrade materials later. Got a Bonfire Ascetic, lets you upgrade. In this kind of run, I literally will not even be able to use that. Seed of a Tree of Giants, you can use this to turn the NPCs against an invader, which is pretty hilarious. A Homeward Bone, which lets you teleport out of places. Healing Wares, which is the one I'm going to go for. It just gives you a variety of different healing items. It's the easiest anti-poison that you can get at the early parts of the game. Human Effigy, which we can't literally use in this one because if we die, the run's dead. And then Life Ring, which just increases your health a little bit, which we'll end up getting a better version of fairly early anyway. So we'll go ahead and finalize there. There we go. Start as Naked Chick here. So the build that I like to go for, I will say I used to run the original PS3 version with all the DLCs and stuff like that. So I'm not actually super familiar where a lot of stuff is in Scholar of the First 10. A lot of stuff ended up changing. Not to mention It's going to be a little bit weird getting used to the controls. And, yeah, if you're wondering what's up with the look for the character, just generally speaking, well, if you're... well, okay, by the way, you can light bonfires, you just can't rest at them. But anyway, so yeah, if you're going to be staring at the back of a character, you might as well, you know, prefer the view. Anyway, moving on here. So yeah, Deprived starts off with absolutely nothing. I've got some healing items. It's still kind of going to be pretty rusty to start off with, for sure. It has been quite a hot minute since I last played this. So basic life gems. We've got some. We don't really need any anti-poison stuff. Kind of an emergency oh crap healing item. So yeah, gonna skip the entirety of the intro. Really don't need anything from here. There are some items that we can get, but it's really just not worth risking it right now, since this character's got nothing going on. So yeah. First order of business, we are going to need a weapon of some kind, so we'll get a mace. We'll need an armor of some kind, so we'll go ahead and probably get the soul-boosting armor. Probably get our... I mean, is there really any reason to even go for that stuff right now? Sorry, I haven't really routed this out. I just really wanted to play some DS2 today. Which, by the way, how is the sound? Mr. Cow, is the sound alright? Like, you should be able to hear the music pretty soon here. Right now I should hear a little bit of coastline. It should still be... Yeah, there we go. There's the music. Alright, got a Divine Blessing. That's basically a full heal. But yeah, if anyone could confirm whether or not you can hear the sound okay, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, everything about this intro area. So yeah, for anyone that hasn't played DS2, here's the shtick. Like, why it kind of got maligned, why it kind of got a little bit, just looked down upon by the Souls community and whatever else. So, like, DS1, the whole premise was, yeah, you were like a zombie guy, you were shoved off in a prison, and you're just fighting through all these different bosses and whatever else, and you're fighting through all these legends and whatever else, and it's this whole kind of escalating ladder of stakes and crazy mythologies and stuff like that, and in terms of sheer spectacle, it was amazing. So DS2 takes a bit more of a, like, if you played Kingsfield or Shadow Tower, stuff like that, it takes more of an approach similar to that one. I'd argue Shadow Tower was basically the original design document for DS2, where, like, the story doesn't matter. Everything that already happened, like, this world is screwed. There's nothing you can do to save it. You're really just here to explore it. That's... That's about how all that goes. Like, this guy, this is the perfect impression of everything that's going on. It's like, yeah, you're a zombie, great. So, functionally speaking, the whole premise of all the Souls games and everything else is just, you're immortal. What are you going to do about it? By the way, the reason I'm talking to the Pointless Head, yeah, I mean, that about sums it up. So the reason I'm talking to this guy is to get the blue sentinels here. So I don't know why on earth I'm trying to run like this online, but screw it. So basically this means as long as we have this ring, if we're ever invaded, there's a chance somebody will come save us, and also it gives you a little health boost, so that's nice. Alright, next up we go talk to this lady, who is not... Where is she? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Herald is one of these things, like, I literally didn't even know she was here for probably the first 10 or so hours of playing DS2. I was like, where the hell do I get my healing item? Yes, yes, yes. You can level up now. Oh yeah, I guess we do get to level up in this one, don't we? I forgot that you don't level up at the Bonfire, you level up with her. So yeah, we can only level up once we get back here. If that's going to be the case, yeah, I guess we'll go this way. The stream is a bit jumpy. What kind of jumpy? Are we talking like it tears up a little bit, or are we talking like it's just completely unwatchable kind of stuff? Because there's different fixes for each one of those. Alright, where is that drop-off point? Here it is. Okay. So you specifically... like I was mentioning earlier, the mace is one of the best weapons in the game. Well, you can start off with its slightly more disappointing cousin over here. Get the Morning Star. Alright. Oh, wow. Wow, that's... Okay, I didn't realize that, yeah, she can't even use this thing. Like, even in both hands, she can't actually use this thing properly. Well, I guess we'll have to figure out what to do with that. Do we actually have any items, or... Yeah, we do. Well, I guess technically speaking, to beat the first boss, we don't even have to attack him, so that's fine. But yeah, so on playback here, I'm not really seeing too much jumpiness. It seems like it's occasionally having a little bit of a chop. So I'm not entirely sure which issue that is. Alright. So get another healing item. Yeah, we probably should equip this thing, huh? See, every so often it goes slow motion and then skips to where it's supposed to be. Okay, I think... what's the best way to fix that? I'm pretty sure that's probably because of the playback that I have going on. Because it's a direct wire, so only things that are affecting the connection are probably causing an issue there. Alright, one quick second. Let me see if putting it in performance mode might potentially fix that issue. Alright, come on. Let me do the button. Sorry, it'll be just a second here. And there we go. We'll see if that fixes it. Alright, there we go. So yeah, this isn't going to be really terribly optimized by any means. Again, I'm not super familiar with this particular version. But sure as hell love this game. Just everything about it is so trippy. Actually, that's one of the things that got it really panned upon release and everything else. Because people were saying like, "Oh, it's you can't really make sense of anything. None of the world space makes sense. You can't make a perfect 3D model of this entire place or anything." And yeah, no, like this whole thing is basically like a weird lucid dream, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that literally had lucid dreams that were similar to this game. Which is probably one of the reasons that it stuck out so much to me personally. And this particular run is one that I've tried several times before. I've never particularly completed it or anything, but it's just fun. So there we go. That's still a thief sword over there. I think we can use that. This is just for the sake of having a weapon. Yeah, there we go. We can use this thing. At the very least, we got a sort of butter knife type situation. The eventual plan here is to get Santier's Spear, which we're not going to be able to get for a very long time. It's pretty much going to be the best option. Oh, by the way, one of the Scholar of the First Sin updates, you can find these guys just sort of hanging out everywhere. As long as you don't attack any of them, they don't really care. They're just sort of around. Oh, nope, definitely don't remember that timing. Okay, so we don't need that guy. This guy drops a upgrade for the flask. He's going to go for the triple slap. Oh, crap, I forgot about the... Alright. Alright, definitely off to a bad start here. We're just going for the sprint. It's definitely been a hot minute. I mean, I think it's been like, what, like 5 years since I last played this? Yeah, I gotta kill that guy to get to that chest now. And then goes for the side sweep, or can we make it? So, alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, he didn't do it. Alright. Definitely rusty. Yeah. Definitely rusty. It's actually playing this right now. Oh, nice. But yeah, we gotta start over from scratch now. As we got turned into Shrek. Unfortunate. But wait, Elodia's playing it or you're playing it? Elodia. Well, good stuff. I mean, it even tells you in the very first intro, like, hey, this is supposed to be a dream. This entire thing is made to look like a dream. Why on earth would it make any sense? Yeah, that's embarrassing right there. Friggin' nobody dies to friggin' Dragon Rider. He's literally your initial free 10,000 souls. All right, let's try that again. Maybe I'll go for... I think I will go for adaptability this time. So adaptability is basically what scales your... let's see. It scales your roll, your movement speed, all that. Hopefully my dog isn't being too loud in the background. He got himself in trouble yet again. Alright. And of course you gotta go for the important stuff. You just gotta make them pleasant to look at, you know? I mean, you're basically never looking at their face, but whatever. That's close enough. I think for class we'll go swordsman. Actually, yeah, we'll go swordsman this time. Gift is still going to be healing wares because we need to do a lot of that, and we'll go ahead and just leave it at that. See, I've only played Bloodborne, I don't know this lore. Yeah, so basically a lot of the stuff that's, well, a lot of the stuff that Bloodborne gets praised for arguably could be considered to have started here. So, like, for example, this one's got this weird system that turned a lot of people off, because after the first Dark Souls, like, people looked at it and they're like, okay, you have your limited healing. You know, that's as much healing as you're ever going to get. Also, by the way, almost died about 3 seconds into the run. Fantastic. And so yeah, you start off with your 5 heals. You eventually put that up to 15 heals. You're, like I said earlier, you're just, like, fighting all kinds of gods and legends and things. And then when this one came out, they're like, everything's ruined. The entire world is long over. It's so far beyond saving that you'll never even make a dent. So literally, if you accomplish the kind of golden ending of this game, you're basically the last thing alive on Earth. There's nothing to really do anymore. I mean, everyone's just doing their dramatic last stands because they don't know any better. So yeah, it's a tragedy, to be blunt. It never really gets happy or anything, and again, it's kind of a mood thing, because you're never really kind of the hero of this story. In fact, one of the big build-ups in this game is for this King Vendrick guy, and then you get there, and dude's just a husk. I mean, he's just a giant guy carrying around a sword, running around in circles in a dark corner because he's lost his mind hundreds of years ago. Like, it's just a big tragedy, you know? And personally, I absolutely love that. But yeah, a lot of folks wanted their more heroic story, so it is what it is. Okay, so let's go talk to this lady again. Nope. Alright. Leave Miss Seek Lest behind. Alright. So if we really wanted to, there's a Estus upgrade over there. We can't really use a Bonfire here, so we can't really boost it. Alright, now, there is a option that we could go for that I personally don't really like. Just because I always kind of feel bad for the guy. Not to mention I don't necessarily like the look of their armor, but you have a shopkeeper here. This guy turns into more and more of a dick the more money you spend with him. But you can steal his armor at the very start of the game. You get a permanent 10% increase per piece of armor that you equip to your overall soul gain. So it's basically just like Bloodborne there. It's used as money and everything else. But yeah. See, so the protagonist from 1 was slacking off. I mean, for the Souls side of things, it's entirely meant as a... There really is no good ending to it. Because even by 3, they once again went down the tragic road there because, yeah, there's really no stopping it. It's just like a constant cycle of the world eating itself, more or less. So... Canonically, I think it's implied that the protagonist from 1 does successfully turn the lights back on, so to speak. Everything's fine for a while, more kingdoms show up, rise, fall, do that whole thing. And then you get to here, and yeah, it's all just basically repeated itself. You can get to the end and do the same thing again if you really want to. In fact, there's, you may have seen the house in the background there. It's literally just a ramshackle hut built on top of the final area of the first game. Just kind of to hammer home the point that even the item that was like this, like, friggin', you know, relic of the gods that let you teleport around everywhere, like, yeah, everyone can teleport from any bonfire now. That's about the only legacy that remains from the first one. Which, again, I think probably was one of the reasons some DS1 fans got pissed off by this one. But, if you revel in absolute sadness, this is definitely the one for you. So, kind of figured it would be relevant for any potential Ogre Battle fans that were here. Similar general idea of everything being entirely bleak and hopeless. But alright. So with this one, we can use a homeward at any point to go back to the most recent bonfire, but there's really no reason to light this particular one. Right now, our reset point is Majula, so our home base. Bosses-wise, what we got here, if we go up there, we got the Dragon Slayer. We got to deal with a dragon to actually get to him. There is a very good item that we can get for doing that, if anyone ever wondered why on earth they put a dragon in the Scholar of the First Sin version. More than likely, it's because you can buy Holy Water, which is one of your best throwables. We got the Dragon Rider over there. And he's by far the easiest initial boss that you run into. You can get him to just kill himself most of the time. Oop. Sweep. Nope, he didn't go for the sweep. If you notice, there's that square behind this guy on the ground. There's 2 switches that you can put up to not have to deal with the environmental hazards in that fight. However, yeah, people realized pretty quickly after this game came out that you could have a far easier time by just tricking him into falling off the ledge. So, there's that. Now, this time I'll try to do the setup properly. Alright. Because, yeah, there's no reason to die to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too far. As you can do it. There we go. There we go. So, Zelda timeline, I mean, kind of. Kind of, except even if they win, nothing's accomplished. Because all they do is delay the inevitable. So the whole lore of this world, more or less, is somebody has to repeatedly get crazy strong, basically sacrifice themselves to the universe to just allow it to, well, burn a little longer. And, yeah. Then eventually some douchebag comes along and snuffs it out anyway, so, meh. Alright, so Lycia here is full of crap. I forget if... okay, this seems really mean. I don't know if you can actually knock her off the ledge in this one. Yeah, I don't think you can. Alright, so that's fine. So yeah, we get our initial 12,000. We can level up a little bit. Do I have a homeward bone yet? Probably not. No, just the Dragon Rod. So, okay, well, the nice thing about deathless runs like this is, yeah, you can just use all the souls immediately. Just immediately gnome. We get another 6,000 on there. So I want to go back and level up and all that kind of thing, but yeah, going to try to collect a few items while we're over here. See if there's any homeward bones to just teleport out. Alright. See, oh man, if only I would not be at school right now, could play with you. So I'm doing this one online, but trying not to do any like summons or anything. Again, it's supposed to be the lonely sadness experience. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this game. Like, even with its initial jank on launch and whatever else, it's... Oh, hello, buddy. Oop. Well, that went well. Alright. So there's a suit of armor that we can get over here. Not specifically looking for the suit, and I'm actually not sure if it's going to be the same suit. But somewhere around here there is a decent suit of armor. I think it was the basic knight set or something like that. So yeah, I may or may not have done that in Bloodborne to get the Gatling gun guy in the tower with my main, my torch main. Yeah. That guy's fun to get to convince to go dodge straight off the the rooftop, though. Not to mention, really, really difficult to fight if you happen to not succeed in doing so. By the way, another cool thing in this one is, yeah, you have pretty. Oh shoot, forgot about that. In fact, no real. No sense in wasting the durability on my sword here. So if you see me not wanting to take a swing at somebody with a sword or something like that, more okay then. I forgot that there's basilisks here now. Now we don't deal with that. Yeah, there might be some different stuff, but yeah. So durability is relatively tight in this game, and yeah, I guess I either missed it or the knight set isn't here right now. And in fact, do we just go pirate route? I guess we just go pirate route then. Yeah, is there any particular reason I want to be here right now? This is a horrible idea. I should not be here right now. Okay, so normally what you want to do is come here with a bow, snipe off a few dudes here, because this is like your tutorial for... Gee, you can tell by all the people that died here. This is your tutorial for, hey, would you like to learn how many mobs this game can handle at once? The answer is a lot. Let's see, by the way, hate the soul memory system. There wasn't any password system, but love this game, yeah. I mean, they tried. They tried something new. What he's talking about is this over here, where basically your... I think it was this one over... Was it this one? Yeah, soul memory. So basically it's just however many souls you got, that's how it decided matchmaking for multiplayer and things like that. In theory, this meant that you had equal experienced players that were doing everything. In reality, what it meant was that it was potentially the perfect griefing simulator in a lot of cases. Because suddenly you had, like, for example, if somebody repeatedly went and died to the same boss, but they were going and killing every enemy along the way, okay, they had their soul memory improved. That said, if somebody just completely blitzed through the entire area and was just metagaming everything real hard and... well, didn't die at all, they suddenly would be at the same soul memory thing. So, yeah, what they intended to do was undo the crazy griefing you saw in Demon Souls and Dark Souls and things like that, and instead what they did was intensified it. But yeah, they tried. I mean, it's FromSoft. They do this kind of stuff all the time. It's well, like, this is again one of the things that that I like to compare between the Ogre Battle series and like anything FromSoft ever made. It's just like everything's made with the legitimate best of intentions, but it always goes so haywire that it's hilarious. Anyway. Remember old NIS game passwords with similar looking parts, so you have to write down passwords wrong, like in Fans End? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Please nobody ever bring that back. Personally, the one that I probably had the most codes written down for was, what was it called? Exo Squad. That was this old Genesis game. It was like basically a bunch of people in exosuits, as the name implies. This must be where the armor got moved to, because it used to be in that back corner. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, let's. These guys are backstabbable. Let's go for that, I suppose. Right, yeah. Alright. Bad parry. Not the attack I thought he was going to throw out. Man. Like I said, the rust is going to take some... it's going to take some WD-40 to come off. Do the parry. Ah, jeez. I'm completely misremembering this timing. Sorry for the utter ineptitude. Nope. Come on. Used to be so consistent with this. Now, throwing it too early for that one, throwing it way too late for the other ones. That's alright, this is why we start with healing wares. Yeah, he didn't even get into the swinging animation. I think what we're going to do... not even going to try the sword parry. There it is. Jeez. Alright, now we'll try the double hand method, see if I can pull it off. So, any weapon in this game can parry. The windows are all different, and usually hand parry is a lot easier. Like right here, I'm mashing for the parry in order to get out of that first one. Really should just be going for a roll. Just backstab him or shield break. I really should. I really should. I'm just trying to get used to parrying again, and these guys are fairly easy. I'm just really bad at it today. Alright, forgot the spin move. Alright. Take another Sprite Rock. There we go. There we go. We'll just ignore that all happened. Alright, now what do I actually get out of this? This is a trap. It's a metal chest. These are very rarely mimics in this one. But yeah, mimics are straight up insta-death. Yeah, Sublime Bonus. I don't even think I can use that, but whatever. It's a learning experience. Definitely parry with the fist, not with the sword. Which, I suppose, fair enough. Let's go to the abandoned castle and get the buckler. I'm not looking for a shield. I just wanted... Specifically, I wanted heavy gauntlets if I could get them. I might just cut cheese this guy. Actually, I don't really want to... Screw it. I don't really want to get rid of the durability on the Simi. There's the armor, isn't it? Ooh, Old Knight Halberd? Really? Alright, won't say no to a polearm. Friggin' love me some halberds. Plus, is that the one I think it is? If I ever seem unfamiliar with some of the many weapons in this game, it's because there's like a couple hundred. Yeah, that looks more like a oversized axe than a halberd, but if you say so. Right, what kind of moveset are we looking at here? Probably shouldn't be... Yeah, I should not be swinging it like that. That's a fantastic way to break it. Because, yeah, you don't get durability back in this run, so sometimes just running unarmed is the best way to go. Just backup armor would be a good idea once the stuff inevitably breaks. I do love the look of this coat, but it definitely doesn't do much for durability. Let's see, I think there's some items I can grab over there, but we'll see if it's worth trying. And I think since Dragon Rider's dead, at least some of the Hate Knights will attack now. Let's see. It's parry frames that are at the start of your animation. Yeah, no. So in DS1, initial parry frames were like just completely instant. In this one, they're much slower. Come on, fall off. And not to mention they're much wider depending on the types of weapons. Oh crap! Everybody's pissed. Everybody's pissed. Yeah, Demon Souls, it was fairly instant. Dark Souls 1, it was a bit tighter. Like, in Demon Souls, it was just a little janky because the timing could sometimes not work. DS1, it was very tight. Like, if you got the timing down, there was no question that you were getting it. DS2 slowed down the parry timings quite a bit. And those talismans right there are basically your way of testing if something is a mimic or not, if you can't remember for sure. Alright. That'll do. Okay, time to go get some level ups going. Put the dang weapons away. Yeah, there'll be times later where I'll just be putting weapons away entirely, just in case I forget some pools of acid or get hit by acid or something like that. Where's the opening to this gate again? Did that... Wait a minute. Did I screw myself? I forget if there's a lever on the side, actually. Best way to find a mimic is to tell a joke and see if the treasure chest laughs. Very true, very true. It's got a nice little giggle to it. Yeah, am I being dumb, or is there legit just no handle on this side? Oh, here it is. I'm just being dumb. Okay. There we go. Yeah, DS3, it's kind of like a mix of all of them. Not really a big fan of DS3, but it's a cool setting anyway. Bloodborne is like... Bloodborne is a lot like the parry timing of DS1, where it's super precise, and if you get it, you get it. It's basically the healing mechanic from... well, arguably from this, in many ways. I think we'll pick up the Parma here in case there's any reason for a Parmesan shield. And then yeah. It's just, I don't know, I really liked the janky mechanics of this one. Like, the way stuff seems to break very easily reminded me of Shadow Tower, the way that, just the way everything is a little bit slower felt very, very human. Like, I love Bloodborne, but yeah, no, you'll never see anyone doing that. Like, excuse me while I just friggin' blink dodge around this entire map. There we go, and we're back. Let's go eat up a level. What do I want to go for? Probably adaptability for one. I think I should be able to afford like 5 levels, I think. I need to have 10,000 left over before the, before we finish off with... Oops. Before we finish off with the forest. Seek misery. Okay. Will do. I think that's called a normal workday. Alright. See what kind of level ups we can take here. Let's see how much we cost. And yeah, about 1,000 per. So we can actually take like... it'll probably scale up to about 5 of them. Alright, take a couple... Nah, not to that, not to that. Endurance wouldn't be bad, because we get some poise out of it. Adaptability, yes. And that ups our poise also. I mean, we can't technically get enough to equip that halberd. And I realize this is extraordinarily suboptimal, by the way. And then, yeah, we'll do a little bit of health. Yeah, that should do. Like, I'm well aware of the limitations of this whole setup, but right now we're just doing exploratory runs. Let's see, bone dust is... Actually, wait, we can use this thing. So we can use shards, we just can't use, bone dust. By the way, I'm not even embarrassed to say, these little piggies over here were my first death in the game initially. The little porkers will murder you real good. Like, oh, look, little piggies, there's surely something hiding behind there. They're just livestock. They will murder you. And they will follow you for a surprisingly long distance. In fact, people have pointed out that they will follow you all the way to Brightstone Cove. Which, yeah, if you if you bring some of the piggies over there, you can have them dig up an item, dig up a unique weapon. It's not a very good one. It's just something you can do. So that's fun. All right. Let's see. When I met the Elon Knights for the first time, halberd poleaxe. I mean, okay. It's funny because like the poleaxe is far less of like an actual pole axe. It's like most other pole arms are relatively short, and a poleaxe is kind of just like, well, it's more like a triple weapon kind of thing. And it's weird that poleaxe is the name that stuck. Although I think it's probably because it was because of the weird spelling. Because it was originally like poleaxe, it was like P-O-L-L-A-X-E, not P-O-L-E-A-X-E. Whatever, just weird historical stuff. Oh, right. I forgot you're supposed to do the thing here. Jeez, man, the rust is showing. So rusty. But yeah. I don't know. I think it's just with all of the ogre battle videos lately, just been missing this. Alright, how good is this thing? 75 physical, kind of average across the board everywhere else, but we can use it, so... Probably go ahead and slap this thing on over here. And there we go. Let's go ahead and use this just to have a big chonky weapon for a while. I can't upgrade anything, and I want to keep my +1s going as long as possible. There's an FG down there if it's still the same thing, but there's also a very solid chance of insta-death, so we're going to go ahead and leave that as is. Alright, now got big boy over there. Gonna 100% not deal with that nonsense. Yes, we do have the spin to win. Okay, good. Follow-up swings through corpses are a bad idea. Yeah, look at that. Durability is already, like, friggin', just, like, 80% or so. Getting shot. Do the spin. No. Bad. Now we go deal with the archer, who, funnily enough, appears to be using fire arrows. What's up with that? Yeah, I need to stop taking those follow-ups. I'm already halfway through the durability of this old thing. Yeah, stab him in the kneecap with a giant giant axe. That makes sense. Dude's gonna pop up out of the water, probably. Or I guess we already killed that guy. Fine. There is a bonfire. We don't really need it. Let's see. I made a build of it, which is currently my PvP build at 150, the meta and DS2. I don't know. My personal favorite PvP build in this one was actually, funnily enough, from the first time I ever did a no bonfire run. There's basically I just called it the Illusory Dancer, but basically that's what this character is meant to look like. Where I just had them look like a fancy Spanish dancer or something. Got the I think it was like the songstress armor or whatever else, like the green lingerie looking thing. with all the flowy stuff on it. So it was basically that plus the Santier spear, which was made invisible, and then I forget what else I copied onto it. I think it was what the hell was it that I... There was something that inexplicably made that build really good, but what ultimately ended up happening is because of the weird setup of that, or the weird set of that weapon. Like, A, it was infinite durability, which obviously, you know, no Bonfire run, of course, but the fact that it was invisible, they just looked like they were dancing around and stuff died. It was pretty entertaining. But anyway. So, it's fun stuff. Alright, yeah, this was probably a pretty big what the F moment for a lot of folks. Okay, why was that not a backstab? Yeah, we started getting some initial spin off that. This thing's gonna be busted in no time. Oh. Right, not really what I meant to do, but that's fine. Like, life gems are functionally infinite, so it's fine. Alright. Was there a guy behind? No. Alright. Spinning for no reason. Broken straight sword. Probably worth using that for a little bit. Yeah, if you've already killed on the first hit, hitting something that's dead does a lot of damage to your weapon. Forgot about the firebomb guy. Alright. Now, where is the firebomb guy? Right up there. Okay. Okity dokity. Good thing you can cleave through their Brigandine. I mean, is that actually a Brigandine? That looks like a Gambazin. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like just a Gambazin. So, I mean, an axe, yeah, I could probably see going pretty easily through Gambazin. We actually have binoculars. It's time for some historical analysis. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Right, it was the first character that had the binos. Never mind. Well, actually, wait a minute. Trying to tell if that's a male shirt underneath. It looks like it might be. Yeah, it looks like Gambazin over a male shirt. I mean, something this size, yeah, it should still punch through pretty well. Like, something like this, less so, but it would reasonably be able to stab through that. But, anywho. Moving on. So this thing's pretty well busted. I'm just gonna switch over to something else. There we go. Get the little shield going. Alright. There's some throwing knives over there if you feel like sacrificing half your health bar. Not a terrible idea, especially with a... Oh, crap, right. Forgot about this guy. Yeah, I'm not terribly worried about either of these items. That's why I'm gonna be fine burning through them. Like, we're basically just gonna be burning equipment up until I can get the Santier. For those unfamiliar, by the way, the reason they want a Santier spear, when you make it useful, you basically do that by breaking it. It's functionally a spear stabbed into a boulder. But yeah, so you have to go smack that boulder against stuff, and once you do, then yeah, once the boulder breaks off, it's considered broken. It's permanently broken. You can never accidentally repair it, and yeah, it's the only infinite durability weapon in the game. Not to mention it has this really weird moveset that's a mix of like a twin blade, I think like a scimitar, a halberd, and a spear. It's like you can do the quick jabs with it, you can do the little spinny moves, you can do the kind of double spinny moves from the twin blades. Can do some. I remember there being some like spinny jumps as well, like the scimitar has. So it's a really, really fun weapon to use, but yeah, it's a bit of a thing to get to, because you have to... First of all, you got to find 3 lock stones. I remember that much. I vaguely remember where it's located. Oh, hell. This is 100% my fault. There we go. And missed the riposte there, but that's fine. And okay. Fantastic. Doing all kinds of dumb things right now. Crunch. See, I saw square bumps on my phone. I think they're called buttons. But I could be wrong on that. They might be some kind of cult thing. Nope. Bad zombie, get away. Right. Yeah, that's like the one good use for a shield like this, is at least some fire resistance. To manage to catch it on the shield instead of getting incinerated. Alright, see you, Nibble. Thank you for stopping by. Is that Brigandine? No, it's not a Brigandine. It's at least doesn't look like one. It just looks like a Gambazin. Gambazin over possibly a male shirt. With Spanish helmets for some reason. It's taking wide swings here to try to catch both of them at once, but it's not working too well. Man, how many of you a-holes are there? Alright. And away we go. Alright, wait for them to finish swinging. This kind of backhand swing works pretty well here. I'm trying to remember how exactly I used to do this before, because I think it was something like 2 light swings and then the jump swing for the last guy or something. Because that's the one where you got your flippy move. Guy aggroed? No. Okay. Okay. Oh, crap. Yeah, way more traps in this version. That was funny. For some reason, my initial riposte ended up working as a stun against the other guy. Come on, then. That's great. Screw it. I mean, we're pretty much obligated to buy an absolute crapload of these gems in a moment anyway. Want this dude's knife, though. Alright, the bow guy is a new addition. Is this still the weird buckler thing? Yes. The little buckler type situation. And yeah, after a little while, like after you get your item discovery up and stuff like that, you just pretty much get infinite life gems from these guys anyway. Gonna go over here to go get my throwables, if they're still throwables, that is. Stab. As far as when their invincibility wears off, it's a little bit random. Right. And this is one of those funny changes, because before the dead guy used to be over here, and then this would just be a spear guy over here. So I feel like they redid some of those little moments of, like, why exactly would this guy be hiding and defending this one random corpse over here, but some of the new ambushes feel a little bit like BS, but what can you do? Alright. Alright, so now we gotta buy 10 grand worth of stuff, which we're a little bit shy for. Yes, yes, yes. Do I have any items? Yes. Let's go ahead and use all of them. No real sense to hold on to anything. Oh, looks like time's going to be up pretty soon here. Sounds like the kiddos are waking up. Okay. Never forget, does this stuff... Yeah, raises item discovery. I think the gloves, at least, are worth buying. Right, so there's 1,000. We do want to buy the key, so there's 2,000. There's one of the keystones, or lock stones. That puts us up to 6,000. Want to max out on these if possible. So that puts us at 9,000, and then we want a crap load of throwing knives. 39 of them ain't bad. An interesting thing they did in this one, compared with how they handled it in some of the others, is that, yeah, your throwing knives do actually scale with your dexterity, so you can do some good stuff with that. There's an ambush up here, but I think Fist and Broken Sword is going to be fine. Let's go ahead and replace the manchettes with the merchant gloves. And there we go. I can just punch this door real good. Yeah, usually you don't end up getting that guy. And it is really friggin' dark in here. Let's see, rather wear the mail outside the padding? I mean, it was worn in different ways at different times. Kind of just all came down to personal preference and style at the time. Alright, leather shield and repair powder, not bad. Definitely need to remember to route this in for the future. There should be a guy on the ground here somewhere that comes back to attack you. Helmet, not a bad choice. Hand axe, beautiful. The hand axe is actually pretty decent. I think... Is there no guy on the ground here anymore? Maybe not. Maybe they just ambush you as soon as you go in here. I need to stop trying to interact with everything with Square. I've been playing too much Outer Worlds. Yeah, there's the guy. Surprisingly, there's even historical precedent for that. There's actually a few treatises on, like, how to punch out a guy wearing armor. It's like, yeah, if you just wrestle somebody, they're gonna have a hard time actually resisting you if they're all locked up properly. Alright, soapstone, radiant gem. I mean, it's just one guy guarding it. It's probably worth it. In fact, I'd say this room is way more worth it than it was in the original, because you'd have the double ambush there. Which, yeah, died to that on more than one occasion. I believe... See, Firebomb Trick probably still works, but is there any reason to go for it? Because there is the ambush down there. We can just get a better weapon for that. Regular short sword, probably. Because, yeah, I would have to sacrifice a few healing items to deal with the explosion, whereas dealing with it this way... Stab. Too far away. Right, if you could chill, please, thank you. Not really as nice as I was hoping it would go. Oh, Hell Halberd guy, I forgot about him. That's fine, he'll be stuck for a good half an hour with that last swing. There's the weapon parry I was trying to get earlier. So, the scimitar has like a quick parry. I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if that's what's been throwing me off. So, Lost Undead. If I recall correctly, the regeneration ring is, if I recall correctly, in this version it's available sooner. I might be wrong on that, but it's one of those ones that's objectively a terrible ring, but I was just enjoyed using it anyway. Because the healing on it is so unbelievably subpar, it's not even funny. Not to mention on the PS1 version... seriously, I need to stop wasting gems. On the PS3 version, there was a weird amount of lag that actually came from the effect. So I always wanted to use it, but never quite could, and I'm getting chased by a guy right now. Or not. Alright, so the house and all of that, and we can get the house key over there. It's not a terrible idea. I would like to go for Early Pursuer if it's possible. There we go, now that rust is coming off. I say, getting smushed. See, the real meta is to wear mail under and over the gambeson to throw them off. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, this guy should hopefully bounce everything off up there. Oh, hell. He's going for the combo. So yeah, Early Pursuer is potentially a really good idea. If you didn't know, the idea is that there's a boss that you can fight early and in a potentially easier arena, but you only get one shot at him. So that's pretty much right above us here. The ladder there to the right, he comes down on his friggin' eagle. You can go fight him there. So if you've got the means, it's usually worth at least giving it a shot. Not to mention you can back out of it. See, how many other gems do I have here? I mean, it's a decent amount of healing. Not to mention got throwing knives. Plus repair powder. You know what? Actually, it's probably worth... yeah. Let's go ahead and get all the good weapons going. Probably get the old knight halberd and stuff like that going. And I believe this repairs absolutely everything that's currently equipped. Yes, it looks like it did. Perfect. So potentially probably need to remember to fill more slots in the future, but there we go. So everything is all fully repaired. I think it's doable. Equip one of those for safety. Equip some of these for range. Man, there's so many items in this game. I love it. Temporarily boosted luck. I don't see how that'll help much. Cures poison. Restores HP. Maybe. One of those. One of them. The drinky drink. Man, that should be more than enough. Like, the only reason I'm worried about it right now is rust. Alright, so we'll go for throwing knives against this guy. So, yeah, as you can see, going for a dex build. Throwing knives are pretty good. No, don't waste them. Stop hitting square, you fool. Alright, there he is. Hello, Pursuer. Dead? What? Okay, I expected to be dead there. Yeah, I'm definitely still rusty at this. It's doable, though. It's definitely doable. Anyway, so more of this later, though. I gotta get going. The kiddos are getting up. But I mean, this is. It seems like visually, it's at least not stuttering that bad, right? Like, it's not pure suffering to watch this, right? I think I'll probably consider this a test attempt, and then... By the way, you can get early infinite teleportation if you just don't have the ability to level up anymore, if you didn't know. See, this box on the emote had a cow on it? Oh, perfect. Infinite teleportation! There's no reason to sacrifice leveling up to do it that way, but yeah. Whee! So anyways, alright. So I'm gonna get going. You guys have a good one. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, I think we'll start serious attempts next time. And yeah, take care.